What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. As you guys can tell by the title, we are doing another what I eat in the day. I do these quite often, so there's not too much to say. If you guys have not seen my other videos, I'll have a whole playlist linked down below. I do these about like once a month. I do them quite often. I just like to share my diet with you guys, see the evolution of my diet and how it changes. And so right now I've been trying to narrow down a lot of like my macros and not overeat and just concentrate on like narrowing down my diet instead of just like snacking here and there. So that's pretty much what it is. I do keep a little bit of a loose tracking on MyFitnessPal and kind of go from there just to keep things under control, because I find sometimes when I track too much or too intensely, then I become really obsessive over it and it becomes almost like an eating disorder. But if I kind of track it loosely, then it's a bit easier for me. And I just take out a little bit of my snacking throughout the day and things like that. So without further ado, let's get on with the video and let's have some breakfast. Alright, so I just made myself some breakfast and we are having some yogurt and half a bagel. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I have been having this yogurt quite often, like literally almost every morning. And so I made myself some. It's really good. I find it kind of lightweight so that I can stick it with some toast or something if I'm ever craving toast, or I can really dress it up with a lot of nuts and seeds and things like that to make it a little more heavier, if that makes sense. It just is like a nice little like breakfast. As you guys saw, I had some blueberries in there. That was just some frozen blueberries that I heated up in the microwave. I usually do that with my oatmeal, but I've been starting to do that with my yogurt. It just makes it a little more naturally sweet. I don't have to put in as much maple syrup just because the juices from the blueberries make it like a little more sweeter. If you guys don't know, I use the Silk vegan yogurt and this is just a natural one. I try and buy the one without like the artificial sweeteners in it and add my own natural sweeteners in it, so that is like maple syrup and things like that. What I've been doing recently is making it with blueberries because it has that natural sweetener, and then adding in a little more maple syrup just to, you know, kind of balance it out and use less of maple syrup and more, you know, blueberry sweetness, if that all makes sense. I just went on a tangent for no reason. Anyways, I added that, and then I also put in some hemp seeds, some chia seed, and some goji berries on top. I love that mix. It's so good. I just love putting hemp seed and chia seed on literally everything. I put it on so much stuff. And so that is what I put in my yogurt mix. It's like a little yogurt parfait. Make it kind of fun. You can dress it up and just do so many things with it. So that is what I like to have for breakfast. And with that, I'm having half a bagel. It is half of a Dave's Killer Everything bagel. They are so good and so flavorful, and also the macros on those bagels are pretty good, because a lot of times bagels can be very carb heavy and like just not good with the macros and things like that, whereas the Dave's one, if you guys are in the States, you guys can pick some up. They have the bread and then the bagels, and they're really good and I really like them. So I did that, toasted it up, all that jazz. So the butter that I've been using is the melt butter, and if you guys don't know, obviously I'm vegan. If you guys can't tell already, this is a plant-based butter and it is not too bad. I find a lot of butters can be very high in fat. Anyway, so we've been picking this up because a lot of butters have palm oil in them, and if you guys don't know, I like to, you know, do good things for the environment, and palm oil is actually really bad for the environment and it kills a lot of orangutans. We all love orangutans here, I hope. So I've been trying to find ways to reduce palm oil in my diet, and almost every butter has palm oil in it. However, the melt butter is fair trade certified, so it literally, you know, is okay for the rainforest and it's not destroying the rainforest and going on, so it's fair trade, which I'm okay with. It's a little better than trying to use palm oil that isn't fair trade, so I've been trying to switch over to things like that and just reducing it in my diet. So this is what I've been using for my butter source, and it's just better for the environment, obviously. So that's enough in a tangent. I went off on my morning stuff. I swear I probably won't go on a tangent for the rest of my stuff. So yeah, that's what I have for breakfast. I'm gonna eat it now because I'm pretty sure my toast is getting cold, and cold toast is not fun. So I'm gonna go eat that and I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, if you're also new here, I drink water throughout the day. I just don't mention it because it's useless if I mention every time I'm drinking water. But this is my bottle that I use every single day, so I just fill it up throughout the day and drink water. So as soon as I wake up, I start drinking, and that's pretty much all I drink. All right, so it's actually a couple of hours later and I'm about to head to the gym, but before I head to the gym, I want to get a little snack in to just fuel my body for my workout, because if I don't eat, I have a really bad workout. So I'm going to have some of this trail mix. It is the Black Country Bundle Trail Mix. It has almonds, pistachios, raisins, cranberries, and sour cherries. So it's just kind of like a little trail mix that I'm gonna have. The serving size on here is for 1/4 of a cup. So I'm gonna try and keep it around 1/4 of a cup. If it's too little, then I might bump it up to 1/2 cup. That still keeps me within my range. So I'm going to have some of these guys before I go work out. Okay, so I am back from the gym and I just made myself lunch. As you guys can see in the background, I'm also watching the CrossFit games because those are on. If you guys are watching it, let me know down below. I want to know. Anyways, so for lunch it's really easy, basic, and straightforward. I wasn't feeling very creative or feeling like making very much. I'm feeling kind of lazy, honestly. And so I just made this lovely dish for lunch. And so it's pretty easy. The hardest thing, I guess, to make was the tofu. So in the tofu, I put in some avocado oil in the pan, and then I also put it in with some balsamic vinegar, like the real balsamic vinegar. I put it in there, put the tofu in, flipped it a couple of times, and that's just like a little marinade for the tofu. That is my favorite thing to marinate tofu with. I just like it. It's a good taste and it adds flavor instead of making it really boring, because tofu can be very boring. And so I cooked that, and while I was cooking that, I made some quinoa. Quinoa is really easy to make. I just put in some water and then the quinoa and then boiled it until it absorbed the water. And then I also put in the microwave a little sweet potato. I just cooked that up for a couple minutes, and that's what I got. Also, I put on some spice on top of all this to, you know, add a little bit more flavor on top of like the sweet potato and the quinoa. I did this spice here. It is the roasted garlic and peppers spice. It's really good. I get this at Costco. I love it. It's like one of my favorite spices to put on literally everything. I find it really good and it tastes really good, and adding spices really makes a dish kind of taste better than something that is really plain, because if you don't add spice to something like a dish like this, it becomes very plain. So it's a little carb heavy, but that's okay. We got some protein in there and it's gonna be delicious regardless, and I like it and it's good. It's gonna fill me up and all that jazz. So I'm gonna go eat this while it's warm. Okay, so I just made myself a lovely fruit smoothie, I guess is what you would call it. I blended together a couple of fruits that I had. As you guys can tell in the background, I don't have any fresh fruit available just to snack on. So I made myself a little smoothie. It is with some frozen mangoes, some frozen cherry, and some frozen blueberry. When I don't have fresh fruit on hand, I make myself a little blended together smoothie, I guess. It's not really a smoothie, but it is kind of a smoothie. Anyways, it's really good. It's nice and refreshing on really hot days, and today is a really hot day, so it's like really nice and refreshing. So I'm gonna drink this up and then we will get to supper. Okay, so it's supper time now. We're gonna make supper, and we're gonna make, what are we making? Some cauliflower bites?
Yep, some vegan cauliflower bites.
We're trying a new recipe, so it should be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna make that with some taco salad.
That we are.
It'll be good. So we're gonna have some of these guys and our salad for supper. This looks delicious. Get in my belly. So tonight, for a little sweet dessert, Dave and I are having some So Delicious caramel dipped popsicles. These are delicious. They're so good. They're like ice cream bars and they're literally my favorite. So we're gonna have this and we're gonna go enjoy it to the max and have our little treat for the week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. You guys know where it is. And yes, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Cold inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting brown, baby.